Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza. It's Tuesday, May 14th. Welcome to Phuket Xtra, brought to you by PVCPhuket.com. New Public Health Minister Somsak Debsutin, who supported legislation to decriminalize cannabis just 2 years ago as the Justice Minister in the previous administration, he says he's received the Prime Minister's instructions to put cannabis back on the narcotics list by the end of 2024 and is likely to carry out his wishes.
Somsak, who only recently became the Public Health Minister at the end of April, initially stated he would take opinions from all sides before making a formal decision. On Monday, while speaking with reporters, Somsak stated that while he will still hold talks with cannabis business operators and pro-cannabis groups to gather feedback, he said that the Public Health Ministry will issue a ministerial regulation governing the planting and storage of cannabis. The Public Health Ministry is under increasing pressure from the administration to relist cannabis on the Category 5 narcotics list. And Somsak explained that the relisting would still put cannabis as a, quote, soft drug, much like magic mushrooms and other items, which he says would be governed for medicinal purposes. On the other side, pro-cannabis groups are pressuring the government, with threats of rallying at the Public Health Ministry headquarters in Bangkok later this week until the government can justify why cannabis deserves to be reclassified. Asked whether he agreed with the Narcotics Control Board decision to decriminalize cannabis 2 years ago, when he served as the Justice Minister in the previous government, Somsak said that he was part of the coalition government at the time and he had no sufficient information to oppose it then. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
A 52-year-old woman is now recovering from an axe attack in which she was struck on the foot. Police currently have her husband in custody, who they say was drunk when they arrived at the home in Sri Sutorn.
The incident took place at a shop house in Move 5 of Sri Sutorn at about 3:30 p.m. on Monday, according to Talang Police. Police officers, along with a medical team, arrived at the scene to find the man, 56-year-old Inson Buasai, in a state of intoxication, and his wife bleeding profusely from a large wound to her right foot. The axe was still lying on the floor inside the home when police arrived, and the victim was rushed to Talang Hospital for treatment. Officers arrested Inson at the home before taking him to Talang Police Station for further questioning and further legal action. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Confirmation is coming from the Phuket Highways Chief that there are plans to build a new bridge that would connect Phuket to the mainland of Thailand, and that those plans will not affect the famed Sarasin Bridge.
The assurance came at a meeting on Monday to allay fears that the future of Phuket's iconic bridge would not be in jeopardy. Built in 1951 under a budget of 28.7 million baht and officially opened in July 1967, the 660-meter Sarasin Bridge was the first bridge linking Phuket and Phang province. The bridge has found its way into the fabric of Phuket folklore with the tragic story of bus driver Ko Dam Saitan and local teacher Kiu Kanchana Saigno. The star-crossed lovers, forbidden to be together by social mores at the time, took their lives together in a leap from the bridge in 1978. The concerns follow a visit to the island by Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin last month. Official reports confirm that the Prime Minister was presented with plans to build a new bridge joining Phuket with the mainland, but no details of the plans were revealed to the public. However, Phuket Highways Chief Yutana Pitak did say that they have no intention of demolishing the Sarasin Bridge, that they do plan to build a new bridge, and that it's still in the concept stages, though initial studies say it could cost about 80 million baht. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
I was sure that it'll be easier to clear you from my mind. I wish you fall out from the window, take a bad trip to the ground. Just before you break a bone.
Officials are contacting the family of a 23-year-old Russian woman who lost her life on the bypass road early on Monday morning when she was struck and killed by a pickup truck.
The accident took place at about 2:17 a.m., according to police, on the southbound lanes on the approach to the Samkong underpass. During their initial investigation, police were told that the pickup truck was traveling southbound along the bypass road when the woman allegedly ran out onto the road. The driver was unable to avoid hitting her. Police recorded the statement and contacted Russian consular officials in order to inform the woman's family of her death. The investigation is ongoing. The Phuket News is withholding the woman's name until it's been confirmed that her family have been notified. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
After two dugongs believed to be mother and child were found dead washed ashore near the famed Koh Phangan in Phang Nga Bay, the Deputy Premier ordered officials to ramp up measures to protect the marine animals in the area, including in Phuket.
The two dugongs were found dead at the beach near Lam Pratok on Koh Mak Noi over the weekend, with national park officials noting that the pair were females, with the larger adult about 3.3 meters long and the young calf 2.2 meters long. Initial reports stated that the marine animals were accidentally killed by a boat propeller, though that was unconfirmed by marine officials. No wounds were found on the carcasses, according to reports, and they were brought back to Phuket at the Siritan Marine Endangered Animals Rescue Center for further examination. In response, Deputy Prime Minister, Police General Pacharawat Wongsuwang, who is also the Environment and Natural Resources Minister, called a meeting on Saturday with the Acting Director General of the Department of National Parks, along with the current DMCR Director General, to order officials in the area to do more in protecting dugongs. The Deputy Premier cited a report that stated at least 20 dugongs were found dead in local waters here since the start of 2024. Fishing in seagrass areas was strictly prohibited. Also, boats are not to exceed speeds of 3 knots in known seagrass areas and not to exceed speeds of over 20 knots in any areas where dugongs are known to inhabit. Marine officials were specifically ordered to ramp up patrols at protected seagrass areas to counter illegal fishing, with 11 areas identified in Phang Nga Bay for such measures to be carried out, as well as off Phuket. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
We really appreciate you joining us here today on this Tuesday edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. We'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000 and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.